I think Family Guy fans are really into him. And knowing, and I don't want to give away your material, but you talk about that. Your family isn't supportive of your Family Guy.
No, they never have been. No. Well, my father was in the monastery, I was telling you, for 3 months in Gethsemane in Tennessee. His spiritual advisor was Thomas Merton, who's a very famous Catholic scholar. Knowing my father, he left the monastery because it wasn't conservative enough.
Ooh. Can you imagine?
My mother is worse than my father.
Wasn't she an actress, though?
She was an actress, but she wouldn't do certain things. Yeah.
Like pretend.
Right. Yeah. So,
because that would be lying. That's lying, which is a sin.
You're a liar.
The first show, the first episode I did is Seinfeld. I got a 6-page letter from my father about how disappointed he was in the choices I was making. Yeah.
What was that episode about, and what did you do that offended him?
It was called The Fusilli Jerry, and what it was is I was his mechanic, and I stole his move and used it on Elaine. So they had an issue with not dealing with the sex act with any sanctity. Because as we all know, the sex act is full of sanctity. It's all about procreating.
Is your dad still with
and
us?
Nothing else. Wow. Jacqueline, women should not be having orgasms or enjoying themselves.
Thanks for talking.
It's all about having babies.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That is what it is for.
That's what my dad has been teaching me.
The orgasm would just be a happy accident. But that's, you know what I'm saying.
That's great.
Is your dad
if
still
your
with
parents...
Is your dad still with us?
He passed about 6 years ago.
Now how do you feel, Lou?
Well...
Thanks, Lou, for bringing that up.
Well,
Lou, you ruined the whole mood.
Well, may God rest his soul. No, I only brought it up because you brought it up, and I'm sure he's seen a lot of your success that he enjoyed.
He didn't see it as success.
This is something I will not try out, comedy shit in a podcast because that always annoys me when people are doing bits. So this is not a comedy bit, and I've never done this before. But when my father was dying of sepsis, and he was really, really
sounds like it's going to be funny. I love that you warn everybody that this is not a comedy bit. When my father was dying of sepsis,
we are in the room.
Slow down.
We're in the hospital. And his breathing, he's like in a kind of like a comatose state, but we think we might still be able to hear
joke on top of joke on top of joke.
Joke on top of joke. And my mother didn't want to pull the plug because it's not for us, it's for God. And I go, this is extraordinary means keeping him alive right now, and he's in a lot of pain. And I could tell the doctors wanted to pull the plug, and I had to tell my mom, I go, we're pulling the plug, and that's it. And I went over and I whispered in my dad's ear, and I said, I love you, Daddy, I love you. But there's a woman here who still wants to see you suffer, and and I'm not going to have it, and that's it. And I said that in his ear while she was standing over there. And we pulled the plug, and that was it. But
there was no help at that point. I mean, with your mother.
No, there was none. No.
Okay. So
yeah. No. It was done.
Well, the mother was there, who was. Your mother still wanted him to be...
Absolutely, but I've been seeing her make poor choices her whole life. They're all religious, yes, sanctimonious. She's got that. She cannot talk about anything if it's not God. And so she still subscribes to ancient beliefs in the Bible that are absolutely insane and needed some perspective on this. So I love my mom dearly, but my father was dying, and there was no saving him at that point. Yeah,
judging it. I'm just
you are. You are.
It's okay,
yeah,
Lou.
that's really
it's okay.
Joke on top of joke on top
it's okay,
of joke.
Lou. You have questions just like my kids have questions.